Now before we begin, it is expected of you to have downloaded your Pixellap from your Play Store. This is the Pixellap that is being shown here. Now you quickly click to the icon indicating the Pixellap, where it will show interface. Right, we are right at the interface, and this is the particular project that we are going to clone, redo. Is that understood? Now here at the numerous icon, there's an important thing I want us to know, is that where your work is done is called the Canva. Where you do your work is called the Canva, the particular interface that is before us. Now we have numerous icon. Here's the default setting, meaning you go back to a new space where you are going to begin your work. Let me click there. Now you click OK. Now we are at the default setting. Now we have numerous icon. When you click here, we have edit, delete, copy to the front. Now this to the front and to the back, meaning when you write another text and you want the text to be at the front or at the back. When you have another image, you want the image to be at the front or to the back. You can see here to the front and to the back. While we have the position, here in the position you want to manually select where you want to place your text. Is that understood? Now you click to the check mark. We also have a relative position. Here is indicating that when you click here, it will quickly put your text to the middle, and when you click here, it will take you to the right. You click here, it will take you to the left. You click to your check mark, indicating that you are done. Now, like I said, we have very numerous icons: draw, import, stickers, bizarre, arrows, and the rest of them. Now, like I said earlier, without wasting much of your time, we also have colors, transparent, image size, crop, image, and here from gallery, camera, and what have you. Now when you want to save your image, here you click to this very particular place. Now if you want to begin a project, you save it as project, so that each and every task you are going to do, it will not get missing or get lost. That's when you are not on the project. Is that understood? Then you click OK after naming your project. Now when you want to save, you just come here, you click here. Now when you want to save, for your image to come out with a good quality, is either you save it as PNG and you save it as Ultra, then you save to the gallery. So without wasting much of your time, I will quickly run back to our project. So we go back to the default setting. Now there's a skills here, there's a TPS. So I'm going to import this image from gallery, so that we have a particular size of that project which we just do, that church flyer that we are going to clone. Now the most important way to do that without noticing the size, here is where you can know the size of your project. You just come here and you check. You can see here is 1280, 1280. But we are not going to follow this way. We are going to import our image directly from the gallery. Is that understood? We are going to bring that project which we are going to clone. The project, I think it should be on our Pixellap. Is that understood? We go to our photos. After going to the photos, you locate where Pixellap application and photos are situated. It's loading. Have it here. Here is the image. So we are going to click to the image. Now after clicking to the image, you know that okay, this is the image size. The width is 3082 and the height is also 3082, meaning they are squared. Is that understood? Now you click to your check mark here. Now after clicking to the check mark, you see the image will come out. Is that understood? That's the actual size. Now we want the exact size, and we are not going to do it manually. So we just come here where color is located, and we click to this white button and this white color. I beg your pardon. Here we have it. Is that understood? Now we are going to begin our project. Now to do our project, we have to bring down our image so that it can be our guide. Is that understood? So it can be our guide. So we just quickly click to this plus sign button, go to our gallery, come over here, now come to your pictures and go to the Pixellap, and you have to bear with me, it's raining outside, right? I will try to increase the volume of my voice. So click to your check mark. Now here we have it. This is the exact project we are going to clone. Now what are we going to begin with? We have the PNG. We already have the PNG, right? Now we have the text. We have to write present. Now there is an invisible band that is here and also here. We also have the image of the host. Is that understood? So to begin with, we need the background color. So we are going to start with the background color. So we just quickly go to the plus sign again, go to the gallery, click to this very triple button and triple straight line, come over to the photos. Then I think I fix them in a particular place where I can easily locate them in a particular folder. So we just come to the background eraser. After coming to the background eraser, just go downwards, quickly go downwards. Now here we have it, the background. You click to your check mark. Here we have it. Now you just come to your relative size, you click to this icon, you come to your relative size, you drag it. Is that understood? Now we have it. Then you just come to your relative position, you can click it here. Is that understood? Now remember, there's an image here, right? So we are going to take this background to the back, right? Remember I showed you can take it to the back, so we take it to the back. You can see the image now is at the front. So let's just eliminate this text. You click delete, we'll get back to it. Now we have it. Now when you notice the background color is kind of black, right? So we are going to work on it. So you just come to your color filter, so you increase the hue. Is that understood? Now you come to the saturation, also you reduce the saturation. The brightness, you also reduce it. Are we together? The brightness. Then you come to the contrast, you increase it. Is that understood? You increase the contrast, go back to the saturation again. That's basically it. Now what is remaining is let me take it to the relative position. I was supposed to lock the background so that to prevent movement, right? So I'll just click here, and as I click this particular place, then come over here, this part lock sign, just click to it. You have it locked. Now you can see it cannot move. When you try it, it will not move. You only, this particular flyer that we are about cloning is the only one moving here. Is that understood? So like I said, you are going to import. We'll start with the text, which is cultural. Is that understood? So you just come over here to this A button, click, come over to the text, click, then double click on this. You can actually double click on this to edit it, or you just come over here and click edit. So you just click edit. So remember, the word is what? Cultural. You can see it's in lowercase, right? To bring it to the uppercase, you just click here. After clicking, is in bold letter. Is that understood? You reduce this, bring it here. Now we are going to change the color of the cultural. Is that understood? So we change the color. We go to your color. Here is color. Color is situated here. So you just click to the color, come over here and click at white. Is that understood? One next thing is the font, right? You can see that the size of the font is not bold, so we just come to the font and come over to this arbitrate regular to make it bold. Is that understood? So you just come over here and click your OK. One other thing, we need to make it bold, so you just come over here and click bold. You can see it's bold, so you just drag it. You can actually drag it manually, but there is also a way to increase the size. So here we have the size, so you click to the size, draw it, so we have it here. You can see how big, how large it is now, but it doesn't match this particular flyer. You can see this one is a bit spacious. Is that understood? So what we are going to do, we are going to copy from this one. We'll get back to this. We just copy, so you can actually click here to copy, then come over here to let me draw it back. After copying, come over here to edit, or you double click it twice to edit. Then we click and we change the font to what? Sunday. Come over here again and click to your double T, right, to make it uppercase. Is that understood? So we have our Sunday. What is remaining? We actually need to make them bold and a much bigger. So to do that, you just come over here, click to your plus sign. After clicking to your plus sign, you just come over here and click shape. After clicking to the shape, now this shape will stand at the top of the cultural. Now what we are going to do, we are going to drag this very particular icon from the radius, fill and opacity. So we are going to reduce the opacity to 0, right? After reducing the opacity to 0, you come over here and click your check mark. Click. Now we are going to merge them because there is an invisible shape here. It's not just only the cultural, there's an invisible shape here. So we are going to merge them to join them together. So we just come here, come over here, click over here, then click to the check mark between these two. No, these two, this one below and this here, because it's cultural. You click here, you click here, then you come over here again, this double square box, and you click. It says, are you sure you want to match the selected object? You just say okay, then you wait a while. Is that understood? After waiting a while, you hit back this button, it will go back. Now you can see here, now there is a line in between the middle. This line, when you draw here, when you drag it downward, you see this text will be bold. Is that understood? Don't worry, we are going to repeat it to Sunday so that you understand what we're talking about. Then you drag it, okay? You also drag this little dot here and also dot here. Now if you don't want to distort the shape, you can also hit this very round big button. You see, come over here, you click it and you draw it. Is that understood? So you just come over here and click to your relative position. Now it's actually at the middle. So we apply the same methods to this Sunday. So you click to your check mark. Now you come over here again, come to your shape, click to this plus sign, come over to your shape, drag it, reduce the size and put it on top of the word Sunday. Is that understood? Come over down here and just reduce the opacity, only the opacity. Remember, there is an invisible shape and the word Sunday over here. Now you click to your check mark. After clicking to your check mark, you come over here again, click there. After clicking there, then you come here. Is that understood? Click here again, then you look where can you find the word Sunday. Then you come over here, click the check mark, go over here. Here is the invisible shape. You now also click to the check mark, then you come back again. We are repeating the same style, and then you click to the check mark. Are you sure you want to match the selected object? You said okay. Is that understood? you wait a while again, you go back here like we did the last time, you come over here, you drag it down. After dragging it down, you come over here and drag it down to what? Balance it. Is that understood? You balance it, you come over here. Now what is remaining, you just come over here to the relative position to bring it to the middle, and you click here. The word Sunday is at the middle. Now let's increase this very size. Let's take this to the front again, to the front. Now let's increase the size. What is missing now? We'll bring this particular icon, the logo of the church. Let's go bring it. We have the PNG. Just come over to this plus sign again, come over here, go to your gallery. I actually fix it on the background eraser. You come over here again, you click it, come to your photos, go to your photos. That's it. I fix them all in one folder to make it more easier for me to locate. Is that understood? Then you come over here. Here we have it. Now come over here. After clicking to it, you reduce it so that it will come out bold and bigger for you to work on. Is that understood? Now before doing that, I will go back to the where Sunday is. I lock it, and I lock it so that it won't distort my work, and I reduce the size of this particular logo. Is that understood? I reduce the size of the logo. After reducing the size of the logo, you will notice one other thing, the word present, right? So I'll come back here and click to this A button. Is that understood? Sorry, I'm a bit faster. I don't want to wait much of your time. So you click to the word text. Now after clicking to the word text, you click edit. Is that understood? Edit. Then you go, you read it and click the word present. Is that understood? And you click OK. Bring it here. Then here's the word present. We change the color to what? The color to white. Here we have it. So what the one other thing, we are going to reduce the size. Is that understood? Reduce the size. After reducing the size, you go to your position, you bring it, or better still, you just come to your relative position, come over here, click to the shape also, go to your relative position, you click to your relative position, I will bring it to the middle. Is that understood? Now I need to bring the word present a little bit down, so I'll just go to position, click to the position, drag it, reduce the speed. Here the speed, that is, you are working on the movement. When you increase the 10p pixel, the speed is going to be faster. When you reduce it, your movement will be slower. So I want my movement to be a bit slower. It shouldn't be like I'm jumping. So you can see the present is going slowly. So that's it. One other thing, the venue, right? We need the venue. Is that understood? Now you come over here, you go to the word present, you just copy it, come over to copy, edit. Is that understood? After editing it, the venue I think is in uppercase, venue. Now you just click to the double T here, and it will be in uppercase. Then you drag it down below. Now here we take this very one up and reduce the size. Now the venue, we are going to bring it to the middle. That's our relative position. Yeah, here is at the middle. Now go to your position, take it up, right? Click to your relative position again. Yeah, is at the position. Let me increase the size. After I increase the size, you notice that the venue has a background. Now that background, I didn't bring the image. Let me take it to the front. Now when you look at it, look here, you notice there's a background behind. Now this background is not a shape I brought, right? This is the way I actually did it. So we just click on the word venue. Now go to your background, try to locate the background. So this letter T is the background, so you enable it. After enabling it, what color it is. Let me resume it again. Okay, I'm a bit colorblind, so let me work on, after working on the background, let me go back to the background. No, let me highlight it first. To work on a particular type, make sure you highlight it before anything else. So I go to the background again. Have I passed the background? Yes, here we go to the background, right? Here is the background, right? I'll change the color. Let's say let's take black or white, right? After taking the color, I'm gonna copy it. Then after copying it, I just come over here, right? Then copy it again, then come over here. Are you seeing the magic? Then come over here. Is that understood? And come over here, right? After coming over here, I'll click to my check mark, right? Where is my indicator? Then click here, then come over here again, click here. I'm going to match them so that they will be attached to each other without moving. 1 2 3. Then come over here and enable it. Come here and click OK. After clicking OK, you wait a while, like I always mention. Then you go back. Now try to move them. You can see they are together. Is that understood? So I'll go back to my before setting. So what do I need to do now is to make it black. After making it black, I am going to, now this is the most I think this is the most interesting part here, where the magic actually begin. Is that understood? I am going to the shadow, right? We are going to locate where we are going to find shadow. Is that understood? Say you enable the shadow. After enabling the shadow, you are going to increase the blur radius to 20. Here's the blur radius. Let me bring it down here. Here, blur radius 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 16 17 18 19 20. After increasing the blur radius to 20, you scroll upward. Now the offset X, you are going to increase it to 7. Look closely. To 7. After increasing the offset X to 7, then you go to offset Y, which is below, to minus 21. Minus 21. Hello. So you can see where the magic actually happened. Is that understood? Our offset is minus, offset Y is what? Minus 21. So you click to your check mark. So we are going to lock it to avoid any movement. Is that understood? So let me reduce it. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? We are going somewhere. Now for the word cultural, right? Now we'll go to our check mark because we've locked cultural, right? Let's go. Click it. Cultural. Okay, we are on the word cultural. Let me bring this downward. We want it to look exactly like this. Is that understood? So we are on cultural. Let me go back again downward. We are on cultural. So to enable it, we just need to come to our word texture. Here is the texture. You go to your texture, click to select it, go over here, go to your photos. After going to your photos, go to your background eraser again. So we go, I brought the background here, that background that we are going to blend with it. Remember, we clicked what? Texture. So you click this very background. Is that understood? Then you click to your check mark. You can see cultural. Is that understood? You can see what? Cultural. So and another thing, we notice the cultural. is not showing the way. There's a white something here at the top of the cultural. So that word, remember, we say is what? Stroke. So we try to locate the stroke, but before locating the stroke, you highlight your cultural, right? Then you go to the stroke, you enable it. Is that understood? After enable it, you just increase the stroke to 3. Now we have it. Look here, we have our cultural. What next is this Sunday? Let me increase the size. Sunday. You can see our Sunday look like they are twice, right? So we'll go and highlight the Sunday. Like I say, sorry, I'm a bit fast. So we'll go to the Sunday. Now this Sunday, what is making this Sunday look like this? We'll go to the inner shadow. This is what we call, we have shadow and we have inner shadow. Here's the shadow and here's the inner shadow. So you just click to your inner shadow. Now after clicking to your inner shadow, you enable it. Clicking to the inner shadow, you are clicking to the shadow. I beg your pardon. So our radius, we are taking it to 20. Your shadow, ensure that the color is white. Is that understood? After enabling the color to white, then your blur radius should be 0 and your offset X should be 14. Is that understood? So that's basically how you run it. So let's increase it again. Something is missing. We need to locate this very band, right? This PNG, we are going to bring them also. Is that understood? So we'll come over here, go to your plus sign button, go to your gallery, go to your photos. Background eraser is the folder I created. Now here's the band. They call it kalangu, which is talking drum, I think, in English, right? You come over here, then click to your check mark. After clicking to your check mark, you're noticing this one very here is facing right. So this where we get what is called rotate. But meanwhile, you highlight it first. You go, after highlighting it, you go to your rotate, right? You rotate it this way. Is that understood? After rotating it this way, you can, well, let's zoom it. You will notice, let me bring it to the front again. To the front. Yes, you can notice it's kind of facing up, right? So we'll come to this another, we have 3D rotate and we have rotate, right? So let me highlight it. After I highlight it, so I'm going to rotate. You can see it's going upward. Now is at the front where you notice. So we just click this particular location. After clicking to it, you just drag this here. You drag it down to the here it is. You drag it down to the last. Only the background should be below it. Is that understood? Now you can see it is behind. What next is reducing. We are going to reduce the opacity. You can see here it's not showing. It's not that visible. So we highlight it. So we try to go where we find the word opacity. Is that understood? So reduce the opacity, reduce the opacity, reduce the opacity, reduce the opacity. See, it almost became invisible. Is that understood? So we have it there. What next? We have one also downward. Is that understood? So we go to our plus sign button, go to our gallery, go to where our photo is located, and go to the background eraser. Now here we have it. So you click to your check mark, reduce the size so that you come above. Reduce the size. You click to your check mark. Here we have it. Look very closely. This one is also facing upward. So we'll go to our rotate, not the 3D rotate, right? Turn it this way, this way, this way. Is that understood? It's behind the New Jerusalem. So you So what do? We reduce the opacity also. Reduce the opacity, right? Reduce the opacity, reduce the opacity, reduce the opacity, and move it a bit upward. I think that is it. I think we are good to go. So that's basically it. What is remaining is the name of the minister, which is the host. Now you click here, host, right? You come over here, click your check mark, drag it downwards, come over here, reduce the size and change the color. After reducing the size, position, is that understood? You position it well, then you come to your color, right? What color it is white, right? Now you copy it again, go to copy to make it more easier for you, edit, and we have pastor Neverland, so you make it, turn it to uppercase, you drag it down, here we go, reduce the size again, so that it can fit into the available background we kept for it. I beg your pardon. Yeah, go to the host again, reduce the size so that it can fit in. Now go to Pastor Neverlet and reduce the size also. Is that understood? Is your relative position. Now the color is what? I think the color should be yellow. That means wasting much of your time. That is basically how to work on your project. Like I said earlier, I'm going to teach us how to save your work. So before saving your work, I will eliminate this so that I'm not going to save our work with it. So we go to delete, right? And delete it. Is that understood? So after deleting, you come over here. Now when you want to export your work, you just click to this 3 and triple dot. You just come over here. If you want to export your image, here you can export your image. Here you can increase the image size. Here you can contact or report a bug, right? Here is the tutorials, how to recover your autosave, open file, about, exit, how to use your image from gallery. Here is the full screen. You want to enable your work to be on full screen. Now let's click to export and see. Now you can see when you want to export it, you just come over here and click the drag to drop pen. Come over here, you click to the drop down button here. Now you save it as PNG, click it as PNG. Now you come over to this custom again, click it, the drop down button, and save it as Ultra. Is that understood? Now when you want to share your work, you can see quick share, Facebook, Twitter, Google, WhatsApp, Instagram, you draw it, Twitter, and a host of others, right? Now you come over here and save your work. Now you are good to go. This will immediately save your work directly to your gallery. But remember, before starting any project, make sure that you save the project. You give that project a name so that it will not distort. Like maybe you have something doing and you just keep your phone and come back. Maybe you had a call or whatever. You just head back to your work. It's more like a system, right? Your primary storage, you have primary and secondary storage. Yeah, you just have to save your work. So that's basically, you just have to save it so that when you come back, you can continue from where you stop. So without saving it as project, you will not get your work back. So thank you once again for your time. You have a lovely day, and ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Desire with Lomis. Have a nice day.